Oh, we got Ben Shapiro on. I'm going to be talking with my wife today. Hi, Babe.
Hi.
What do you think of religion?
It is merely solidarity and falsehood. You see, we live in a chaotic time.
At one point,
lots of people are
I
asking
was
lots of
rebellious
legitimate
against
questions
it, and then there was a time I came
What
back
are you
to it in a way,
between free markets and
and
traditional worship? How should we craft
basically,
pragmatic foreign policy
I thought it was
that
a
spreads
good
our
way to
interests
be
and upholds our ideals?
because, you know, it does
What
teach
governmental
morals
needs are
and it
appropriate to
does
achieve
teach
political
values and
All of these
certain
questions
good
aren't new,
things
of course.
come
They've been
out
asked
of
for as
the
long as
books
human
in
beings have
religion.
been
You know what I
talking
think
about
religion
politics
is?
thousands of years.
I think it's just a
And over the
history
course of
book.
this conference, you'll hear
You know,
a lot of
you know what's
opinions on a
funny?
lot of these questions.
Think about like Adam and
I
Eve.
have
You
my
know
own
Adam and Eve?
perspectives on them,
Alright.
of course. You can hear them every single day.
Adam and
on the show.
Eve, when they
My
were in the
fundamental
garden
values
before they
have been
ate the
the same
apple,
for
they
25 years.
they weren't aware of
Peace
good and
through
evil.
strength on foreign policy.
It wasn't until after they ate the
Social
apple
policy,
that they
free
were
markets
they were
with regard to
aware.
economics.
And
But today, I want to
what
talk
did the
about
devil
something
do?
even more important.
The
How to
devil,
discern those attempting to speak truth from
he
frauds and
tempted
grifters.
Eve. He talked to Eve, and she had the apple.
And she became aware.
Because something is new.
Aware that they were
An
naked,
informational
aware.
environment
Yes.
rife
And
with
then
both
she gave
opportunity
Adam
and
the
chaos.
apple.
Opportunity,
Yes, and
because
he
the
became
legacy media
aware.
gatekeepers
And he
are
became
no longer
aware.
in charge of what we see
Of
and
what?
what we hear.
That he was
And
naked,
chaos, because an anarchic
other
informational
things
environment
besides
means
the
we
love
actually
of
have
God
to
and
be
who they
smart
were
in how we
created to
assess the
be.
information
They
and
became
arguments
aware
that we
of good
hear.
and evil.
Right, they got knowledge.
They got
Because
knowledge.
today
And
the
we're
conservative
told
movement
nowadays
in
that knowledge is a
serious
good
danger.
thing.
Yeah.
It is in danger.
So is not
just
everything
from the
that's
left that
been
all
biblically
frequently
written
excuses
down
everything
in a
up to and
way
including murder.
the knowledge of the devil?
The conservative movement is also in danger from charlatans who claim to speak in the
I
name of
agree with
principle,
that to an
but actually
extent.
traffic in
Yeah, I
conspiracism and
think that
dishonesty,
not
who offer
everything
nothing
written
but vile
down
and
is
despair,
of the devil.
who seek
I
to
think
undermine
that
fundamental
the
principles
book
of
of
conservatism
the
by
Bible and
championing
other things, like
innovation
I said
and
before,
grievance.
still has in
These
it
people are frauds,
right
they are grifters,
things
and they
and
do not
some
deserve your
truths.
time.
Yeah.
I think
And
it
there
has
is
some
something
truths.
worse than that.
I think it has some
A danger to
values
the only
and
movement
morals
capable
that
of
people
stopping
can
the
go
left
by.
from wrecking the
I don't
country
think it's a
wholesale.
bad book to read.
So today,
I think
No,
that
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Why Jesus come to
and
earth?
speak to you on matters of importance.
Huh?
Have
Ah, my
you.
big guy Nikki. Why
I want
Jesus
to
come to
speak
earth?
you about our duties.
Jesus
Our first duty is truth.
came to earth to
We
show
owe
us
you the truth. That means we should not
to
mislead
show
you.
us the right
It
way,
means we
to
shouldn't
show
hide the
us
ball.
The light of
We
God.
shouldn't be deliberately
the light of
obscure about
God
what we're
and,
telling you.
and mercy
We
and
have an
forgiveness
obligation
and
to
love.
clarity
Is there
and to
any
honesty.
war in
This
Jesus'
means that we
words?
actually have to be clear in the language that we
Never
use.
know.
We should not traffic
Just
in
that he'll
generality.
be back.
We should not say
Yes.
things like they shot Charlie
And
without
he's
specifying
coming with the
who
sword.
we mean by they. The person who allegedly shot
That's what
Charlie
it
Kirk,
says.
and whom all the
That's what
evidence
it
points
says.
at,
Are those his
all of
words
it
or
is a
his
gay,
disciples'
trans-loving
words?
furry.
Possibly his disciples, which was speaking out of love for him, and they prayed, and I'm sure a lot of it was truths and visions they seen.
If we are going
But,
to target ideological movements, we should talk
at the
about
same
the fact
time,
that the
they are
radical
just
trans movement
man.
treats all
It's
those
man's
supposed
word,
as
yeah.
existential threats.
Jesus' words are
Or if we're going to
Jesus'
talk about the
words.
Democratic Party making room for
I don't
radical
think
trans
Jesus
movement and echoing
said
its
that
inflammatory
he's
rhetoric,
coming
we
back
should
with the
talk about
sword.
that.
No, he
Those
just
are
said he'd be
specific
back.
problems, and they
Yeah,
require
he'll be
specific
back, yeah.
responses.
You know,
People
I
say they
like
shot
Ben.
Charlie, however, they are instead trafficking in vagary.
There's
What,
a,
Ben
I,
Shapiro you talking about?
yeah, I'm listening to. I like Ben. I like
They are
Candace
fostering
Owens.
despair and rage,
It's
and
sad that
makes
they don't
things
work
worse.
together anymore.
We must also be honest about
They're
what
all
we
acting
say
like
and do,
liberals
regardless
right
of
now,
what that
not
means
conservatives.
coalitionally.
All of them acting
It
like
is the job
liberals.
of politicians to build
Well, I
coalitions.
agree that Ben is.
It's the job
Ben
of those
definitely
of us to try to
is,
shape
yeah.
public opinion,
I don't
to
know
hold
how much
politicians to
Candace is
account,
being
and to hold them
conservative.
accountable
Well,
to
she's
our
conservative because
values. We must not let fear
she's
of audience
stuck.
deter
Just
us
like
from
Ben's
telling the
stuck
truth.
on
We
Judaism,
must
she's
not let fear
stuck
of other
on
hosts deter us from telling the truth.
The opposite of
her
what?
friend.
For example,
Oh, Charlie Kirk.
if
She's
Candace
stuck on
Owens
Charlie Kirk, and
decides to
Ben's
spend
stuck on
every day
Israel.
Since the murder of Charlie Kirk,
And it's making them get emotional and angry and fight.
And they're acting like women. Well, Candace is a woman, but she's a woman. Yeah, Candace is a woman.
But the liberal.
but they're acting. That's what I meant to say. They're acting like the liberals. They are. I'm dead serious. They're acting like liberals. They work so good together too.
You know, all of the right worked good together. And now, ever since this happened with Israel, which I believe was designed to split the right up.
Oh yeah, they definitely want to split the right up. They want to just
Divide and conquer it.
Yeah, divide and conquer by flooding flooding it with useless information. They're rambling on about the same thing over and over again, and what ends up happening is people start losing interest, and then when they lose interest, they'll revert to their old ways. So they need everybody to lose interest to the conservative movement.
So pick a side and divide ourselves.
Well, they definitely divided themselves, yeah.
And everybody else watching is either on Ben's side or Candace's side.
I like Ben. I like his views. He has good views. My trouble with Ben right now, it's not even trouble. I can't blame him. He's Jewish. Of course he's going to defend his people.
He's becoming overly emotional about it, but that's to be expected given the circumstances and that he's a human being.
Exactly. I don't disagree with him, but I do not approve of what he's doing. Because, everybody should care about their culture. Culture is important. Biblical culture is important.
I think if you stick to like a culture, this is the result. Like, I'm just assigned to my culture instead of seeing everybody as your people.
Yeah, you want to look at all cultures, but that's back in, but that goes before that's in mythology. This is theology. It's the modern religions. Modern religions are very divided. Mythology, those religions actually weren't that divided. They had their own areas, and when you go to another area where other deities and gods rule that area, you have to respect those deities and gods. And in your land, you respect your deities and gods. Well,
that was the religions back then.
Yeah, modern religion kind of took God out of everything. Took the deities and angels, all that stuff.
But theirs just became religion as well.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, I guess.
There's a difference between believing and knowing about or trying to seek God and being stuck to a certain way of tradition and being. Nothing wrong with going along with tradition if it's fun or whatever, but not to stick to it like it's your God. You make religion your God, then you lose God.
That's very true. You know what's sad about what Ben's doing? It's like the little boy who cried wolf. He's crying wolf for his people. And anybody who knows about the little boy who cried wolf, everybody came running. Eventually they didn't come running, and the little boy got eaten. And biblically, that's what happens to the Jews over and over and over.
I don't know if they're crying wolf. I believe that there was people that attacked them. My question is, who allowed them to be attacked? That's very suspect to me, the days that happened to the Jews. Just in particular, October 6th or October 7th, which one was it?
But what's more violent, the little boy crying wolf or the wolf that ate the little boy?
I'm not understanding.
But what's more violent, the little boy who cried wolf or the wolf that ate the boy? And then, of course, after the wolf ate the boy, everybody went and killed the wolf. So what's more violent?
I'm not getting the point.
The point is that I'm trying to make is when you cry wolf, the wolf will come. And then when nobody listens and then you die, it's like, oh shit, this just happened. And then everybody's like, listen, we have to go get the wolf because it's the right thing to do. And then now the wolf is dead for no reason.
Yeah, I'm not good with these things. I'm honestly not following.
Well, if they would have come running when they cried wolf, they could have shot a shotgun in the air and scared the wolf away.
If they would have done what?
If they would have came when the little boy cried wolf, they could have shot the shotgun in the air and it would scared the wolf away. So we could do that for Palestine and Israel.
I don't understand how. How do you shoot a gun off?
You pull the trigger into the air. You shoot the bullet into the air. It's a figure of speech. If you have a shotgun, even if a bear is there and you pull the trigger, the bear will run.
I don't think they've seen them coming that day.
Huh?
I don't think the Jewish people seen them coming that day.
Yeah, because they're crying wolf.
I don't think they were crying wolf.
That's my
They
point.
were having dinner. It was a holiday.
Yes, it was. This is my
I'm
whole
not understanding.
crying wolf. Okay, you don't understand about
Crying
crying
wolf
wolf.
means you're lying. They lie.
No,
That's what it means. Ask them
I
what it means,
understand.
not to lie.
I understand. I know it means you're lying. The little boy who cried wolf, he was lying. I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm saying they're
That's the
crying.
story, though. You can't use that.
Okay, maybe that's wrong ideology. But what they're doing is they're crying wolf because you see how he's up on stage every day defending Israel. There's other countries that are being blown up. There's a lot of violent war going around everywhere. I mean, you got China, you got fucking China's at war. You got people in Russia at war. Ukraine's at fucking war. We're at war. A lot of countries are at war.
We're not at war.
Well, we've been at war with the Middle East. Middle East is at war with itself. Israel's at war with the Middle East. Ukraine's at war with Russia. I know something's happening on the islands in China.
Right. So he just cares, like we said before, because he's Jewish.
Yeah. So yeah, he cares about his people. But the thing is what's happening in Israel is the only thing they're acknowledging. They're putting it out into the public at such a great mass that people don't care. That's what the little boy who cried wolf means. They stop caring. When people stop caring, then you're gonna then.
But they stopped caring because he kept lying. The Jews aren't lying. There's actually a threat.
Yes, there is actually a threat, but they keep carrying it. They keep carrying the threat on.
Well, what I think they're doing is they keep imposing their will on us. They keep imposing themselves on everybody else. Like, you have to do this, Jewish.
Exactly. And that's when I remember Candace said something that all genocide is bad. And I believe someone said that no Palestine is good. No Palestine is innocent.
Yeah, no Palestinian life is innocent, someone said.
Yeah,
that's. And Candace said genocide is always bad.
Yeah, that could be considered genocide. Yeah, that's the speech is that's not good. You can't turn around and say you mean to tell me an infant is bad?
Well, they're looking at it that infant's going to grow up and blow us up.
Yeah, I can hear that.
That's what they're trying to say.
Yeah. You know, regardless of that, I thought Ben and Candace worked really well together before they got stuck in whatever it is they're stuck in.
That's, like I said before, the right and the left are being divided. And if Candace and Ben don't start to see that
and work together,
it's going to cause a disaster in America.
And keep their beliefs out of it, religious beliefs. Yeah. That's the main thing. I mean, politics and religion, like when you go to a bar, they say never talk about politics and religion. Well, they're talking about politics. Leave religion out of it.
Right. Just do what's right.
Exactly. That's it. Just do what's right.
Because right is God. Anyway.
Exactly. That's facts.
I agree.
And but that's the main thing right there is they need to put their differences aside and work together.
Yeah.
All right. They did a lot of work to open the eyes of people in the public.
And they agreed on most everything.
Yeah. They need to continue to do that. And they need to put their differences aside. Leave their culture and their religion out of it. And obviously, there's powerful people in Judaism. There's powerful people in Christianity, in Islam. It's just what it is.
But Ben is continuing to go after Candace. She has been quiet. She has left the door open to reunite, possibly.
Yeah.
Until it's reached this point now that he's continuing to a point where her friend got killed, and now he's up there on the stage talking about her.
Yeah.
And pretending she said that he's Charlie's friend, and it went too far now.
Yeah, I hear
Because
you.
he was pressuring Charlie to not have her on. Pressuring of the Jewish donors to not have her on.
To not have her on. That's wrong. It just is. Yeah.
And it's because he's emotionally invested, and money and emotion. It's a big mixture of a high. Money and emotion put together is blinding Ben to what is right.
Yeah. That's true. Epstein. Oh, the Epstein files. What's he talking? He was talking about Jesse Epstein. Is that his name? Jesse Epstein. Conspiracy. So he's saying it's a conspiracy.
Well, because people are trying to blame Trump for being in the Epstein files, and they're trying to say certain people might be there, but nobody has facts. Supposedly it was just released, but there's things that are blocked out of it, and they know. So.
Oh, so Trump did release the Epstein files.
That he was ordered to by the courts.
Really?
Overturned them.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it didn't matter because they took as long as they could to wait, and now there's blacked out. There's pages missing.
There's
there's
redactions. You know, one thing's for sure. The courts ordered him to release it, but I mean, if he would have released it in its entirety on his own recognizance, he might have been putting his family in danger. There's a lot of powerful people in there.
Even if he did
more powerful than him. I mean, he's just a president of the United States.
It's powerful. It is.
But that only lasts. That only lasts for so long. I mean, and you might be safe in the office, but your family still has to live day-to-day lives.
That's true.
And these people, they're very vindictive. If they can't get your, let's say they want to kill a member of your family in revenge, they might wait until your great grandson is born or granddaughter, and then take them as revenge. 100 years later.
Yeah, they wait, and they have family and people who grow with them, and it's generational.
Yeah, and they pass the documents down, and so you have a powerful family, and they're gonna let you heard me. They're gonna tell Trump, you know, it might not get to you now, but your family down the line, maybe not your grandchild right now, but maybe your grandchild's children or their children. All right, we're gonna get them. We're gonna take them.
And some people would say, "What's the point of being fearful? What's the point of living if you don't have freedom?" And if he, doesn't sell out, then maybe good people can come together and fight off these demons.
That's scary when someone has that much power. They literally can plot against your family for generations.
I'm not going to judge the guy. I'm not going to judge him. It's just, I think he got into the presidency and he didn't realize how deep the swamp actually went. He said he was going to clean the swamp, and he tried. I don't think he didn't know how deep it really was, possibly.
Yeah. It's sad, man. This is just sad, everything. Well, I enjoyed our conversation. You want to have another one with me?
Maybe another time, yeah.
Okay. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.